So I posted on Facebook today that I wanted to do a Q&A, and I asked for questions. And I chose to ask on Facebook because currently we have way more followers on our Facebook than we do on YouTube. So if you aren't following us on Facebook and you want to ask questions or you want to stay more connected with us, go check out our Facebook page. The Facebook page name is H&H Harris Family Journey, and the website address is www.facebook.com/bhannahhailey. I just want to apologize in advance if my lighting isn't very good, because last video, the naming twins video, it looked fine on the camera, and then when I went to go edit it, it was really, really dark. So I actually ordered a lighting kit, so hopefully that'll be here in the next couple weeks, so then it'll always be good, because I don't have natural lighting in my house. Like, that's what you're supposed to vlog with, natural lighting, and you're supposed to, like, know when time is, but honestly, there's only, like, not even an hour of decent lighting. Like, this side of my house, there's no windows at all that get light into it, and the only windows on that side of the house are my bedroom window, which is really high, and you can't even, like, you can't film from, and then my pantry, which you couldn't film in the pantry. So, and then this back window right here, there's brick walls and more townhouses, so it gets, like, kind of sunny at, like, 2, but it's not really even sunny, so yeah, and there's LED lights in here, and my living room is dark, and yeah, so lighting is terrible, and I have really bad roots, which I'm going to point out because they're driving me insane, which I'm going to color right after I finish this, before I edit this video. Anyways, okay, let's get started. Carla asks, would you like to have more kids, and what would you name them? I would like to have one more kid, because I feel like I didn't really get, like, the full regular experience with kids, and I never got, like, a full pregnancy. I never got to take a newborn home. Even still, I feel like we're just passing time until Hannah's healthy. Like, I never got to be, like, excited for any of Hailey's baby stages because we were always going to the hospital. Obviously, I never got to have Hannah's baby stages because she was in the hospital, not doing anything. Like, we still got some good stuff, but it's just not the same, like, as, like, a regular kid. So I would really like to have one more, and if I got to choose, I would like a boy. I don't know how any boy names picked out currently. I don't really want to get my hopes up for any names because I know that the partner would probably disagree, but I know if I ever have another kid, I'm gonna hyphen the last name, which I always didn't agree with. I didn't like the hyphenated last names, but after my last experience, there's no way I'm not getting my last name in on that child. For a girl name, I kind of want to stick with the H theme. It was not the end of the world if we didn't stick with the H theme, but since it's already 2 H's, why not? I really like Hazel and Harmony, and I kind of like Heidi as a name. I don't know. There's lots of H's out there, like, even for boy names. But yeah, I don't really want to get set on any names because I obviously didn't get any of the names I wanted this time, so I know that just because I want names, that's what my child's name's gonna be. The next question is from Carla again. How often does Hannah have OT? What is her OT teacher's name? She's supposed to have OT once a week, but the OT didn't come for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, it's supposed to be every week, mostly just for the feeding because it's a really hard process for the feeding, so they need to come that consistently to make progress. I don't really want to say her teacher's name just because it is a really small town, and I know that lots of the Valley people do watch my channel or go on my Facebook. Not that it's like a secret or anything. I've put her in videos, I guess, which she said it was okay. I don't know. I just don't really like to say names if I don't really have to. The next question is from Carrie. Why is the vent only on when she sleeps? She's only on the vent when she sleeps because her lungs are good enough during the day. Like, anybody at night doesn't breathe as good. Mostly because your body just shuts down and then you stop working so hard, so then your little lungs just don't breathe as deep, so then your lungs just can't inflate as much, so then you have more of a hard time. Also because you're lying flat on your back, and anybody laying flat on their back, their chest and everything is getting pushed down, and it's just harder for you to breathe. So if you're having breathing problems, like older people, today even at my sink I was washing a 94-year-old's hair, and she was just leaning back to get her hair washed, and she, like, started not being able to breathe properly. So she's only on the vent at night because it's harder to breathe at night, and hopefully one day she'll not have to be on the vent ever. So the next question is from Stephanie. Could you show how to set up Hannah's feeding pump and regulate it? Does Hailey ever take care of Hannah? When will the girls begin school? So for the feeding pump, I actually think that's a really good video. Like, most people would not probably watch that video and skip over it, but I'm not posting this for YouTube videos or anything like that. It wouldn't really be a review because it's not like you get a choice what feeding pump you get, but I don't know, it's kind of interesting, especially for people that don't know. Maybe you want to watch it, maybe you just want to skim over it, I don't know. But I'll post the video. The girls are at my mom's right now, or I'd quickly show you the feeding pump right now, but it's not here, so I can't show you. As for Hailey ever taking care of Hannah, she does kind of try to be her mommy, kind of, I guess. She's always trying to put on her HME. She's always letting me know if Hannah's puking or she needs a suction. She likes to kiss her and put her in bed. I don't know. Yeah, she tries to take care of Hannah. If I let her, she'd probably love to do like all of Hannah's stuff, or try to. Obviously all of that's dangerous, so I don't allow her to even come close to her trach, and if I see her coming close to her trach, I instantly start screaming. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy, but like, that's dangerous, so I'm gonna scream until she gets away, because on the other side of the room you could do so much damage from the time I get across the room. Like, it takes 2 seconds to like push it in too far or pull it out, and yeah, I don't know, just really scary. So the girls will begin school not this September, not 2014, not 2015, 2016, September 2016 is when they'll start school. For preschool, I am still on the fence if we're actually going, for many reasons, because 1, sicknesses, 2, nursing hours, and 3, nursing hours mixed with work and a bunch of other things, plus preschool availability, and yeah, I just haven't made a mind up. I think that I want them to go at least 1 year, but I'm not really sure if they are. They're still going to Strong Start, which is at an elementary school, and it's set up like a preschool, so they're going to a kind of school at least. Reagan asks, do you have time to date? Yeah, I have time to date. My mom takes them 1 day a week, and it's on a Saturday right now, not because it's the weekend and that's when I want her to take them, but that's just when she has the day off. I really don't care what day of the week it was. During that time, I could date and go on dates or hang out with friends, and I don't do any of those things. And the next question is also from Reagan. Do you all go on vacations? If so, where to? So, we've never gone on a vacation before. Hannah's never been healthy enough, and yeah, Hannah's never been healthy enough. But we are going to go on our first vacation next month for their birthday, and I will explain to you where we're going and what we're doing when I post the video blog for Veda about their birthday present, because yeah, it costs a lot of money, so that's what they're getting for their birthday. We're going on our first ever trip. I'm really excited about it, but yeah, check back for our vacation, and I'm obviously going to film the whole thing, and yeah. We probably won't go on another vacation besides that for a really long time. There's this program called Helpful Dream here, or Make-A-Wish Foundation, that will fund like sick children to go to like Disneyland or on a trip somewhere. And I want to get them to do that when Hannah's trach is out, just so that we can enjoy it. Plus, at 3 years old, they aren't going to want to go on rides, and like, they would like Mickey Mouse and stuff more, but it's just, they're not even going to remember it. And I don't know, I just want them to be a little bit older. Obviously, if I feel like Hannah's trach is just never coming out, then we would just go on the trip anyways. But for the moment, I think that her trach will come out, and it's worth waiting for. So the next question is from Alicia. Is Hailey protective of Hannah? Does Hannah ever want to have a sleepover in Hailey's room, or the other way around? Yeah, Hailey is pretty protective of Hannah. I don't know, she's not like crazy super jealous of Hannah or anything. She definitely says my Hannah when kids are around, but it's not like a problem or anything. As for the sleeping over stuff, Hannah does go into Hailey's room when I'm trying to put her to bed and like kind of want to get on the bed, but I don't really know if she knows even what a sleepover really is, but she could. It's really hard to know, and Hailey doesn't seem to want to sleep over in Hannah's bed, but Hannah's in this tiny little dinky toddler bed. She doesn't really like to be touched, which kind of sounds weird. Like, she does like to be touched, but she doesn't really like to, like, I don't know, she just gets really annoyed when, like, Hannah, like, bumps her and stuff, so I can't really see them, like, in a little bed. If that makes sense, I don't know. They love each other, but I definitely I couldn't see them having a sleepover together. Hannah does have sleepovers at Grandma's house, so that's her only sleepover, but it's not like somebody is having a sleepover in her bed with her. She's just having a sleepover at Grandma's by herself with the nurse. She kind of has a sleepover with the nurse, I guess. Kinda. Except for the nurse doesn't sleep. The next question is from Luke. I think that's how you say your name. I'm sorry if it's not. I haven't watched all your videos yet, so I don't know if you've already answered this, but my question is, how do you do it to go out grocery shopping, the mall, or anywhere with all the things? My daughter has a G tube and sleeps with oxygen on. Any tips for going out of the house with her equipment? We don't really travel with oxygen. We've never had to travel with oxygen. She's always been in a bob or a shopping cart. That's what pretty much we do. Now that she's walking and on less things, I can kind of carry the equipment, but they actually have to walk or I can't go out. Bottom of the bob, I put my emergency bag, and if I'm not going out with the ventilator, the suction machine goes on the handlebars, but if I am going out with the ventilator, then the ventilator goes over the handlebars, and then the suction machine just sits at her feet. You don't have all of these equipment for the feeding backpack, carabiner on there, or if we're going out in a shopping cart, then everything just goes on the bottom of the shopping cart, or one thing goes in the shopping cart and then they just go in it. I always have a nurse with me also, so I always have a little bit extra hands if we go out. I never like go out just for like fun shopping with them because that isn't fun for me. But we do go out to like the grocery store quickly, or if I need to go pick up something really quickly. But yeah, we don't go out like long term. And if we do, then we have somebody else to help. I hope that answered your question. I'm sorry if it didn't. It's from Elisa. How long do the doctors think Hannah will be on the vent? Does she have any chance of having her trach moved at any point in time? Ventilator, they don't know. We're hoping that she'll be already taking naps off the vent, but she's not. But it's also been cold and flu season, so obviously you aren't gonna breathe as good when you're sick. So hopefully by spring we can get her off the vent napping all the time, and then maybe next summer off the vent naps. As I'm saying this, I'm rolling my eyes because I said that I thought we'd be trach event free by 2015, and if I'm saying next summer, then we're not trach event free. But we're supposed to be able to get rid of the trach. There's no reason that she won't eventually get rid of the trach, but every time she gets a cold, there's a possibility that she's damaging her lungs even more because she has BPD, so that's like just like scar tissue pretty much in the lungs, and this has already happened once where she got a cold and like these are your lungs, and then like a part of it just like collapsed, so now like there's just like that's just collapsed, so now you have less lung capacity or whatever. Your lungs grow until you're 9, so as long as she keeps growing new lung tissue and we don't keep wrecking her existing lung tissue, then she should be able to get rid of the trach. I personally think that she could be on BiPAP and not a trach right now, but I don't know how that would work because a BiPAP goes through your nose, and then if you had she'd still have a hole right here, like a scar hole, so then the air would just pop out of here, so I don't know if BiPAP would ever be an option again, but it'd be nice to only have BiPAP instead of having to deal with the trach. But anyways, yeah, she should be able to get rid of the trach at some point. Next question is also from Lisa. Does Hailey ever want to help with Hannah's care? Yep, she does. She probably would do all the care if I let her, or if she could. I don't know what age siblings help. I read people let their 8-year-olds help. I don't really know. We'll see how long she has a trach for, if she'll ever help, but I mean, as she's getting older, it's nicer because like she does help. Like Hannah puke, she'll go get something and help me clean it up. If her HME falls off, she lets me know, and she even tries to like pull over the suction machine for me. She does try to help, but obviously she's just 3, so it's not like she can actually help with her care. Do you or DB have any twins in the family? DB's brother has identical twin girls, and his cousin has identical twin boys. My aunts are fraternal twin girls, and that's the only twins in my family. And the girls are identical girls, so I'm pretty sure that it came from the dad's side of the family, which is weird because identical twins are just supposed to be a random like fluke. There isn't supposed to be a genetic gene, which I think I would strongly disagree on, considering that his own brother has twins. yeah, that's more than just a coincidence. Anyways, that's it for all the questions. Remember, if you want to ask a question for a Q&A video, like us on Facebook, and that's probably where I will post it next. Get enough subscribers, I will obviously post a video here and ask you for questions, but currently nobody probably